And Ramadan Kareem. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show with me, Farah.
And Lakshmi.
And we have the top trending news stories for you today. First off, we're going to be talking about the 5 newest updates at about the Etihad Rail.
The parking charges across Dubai could be increased.
And the Burj Khalifa residents are actually fasting a little bit longer than the rest of us in Dubai.
Local has also said about the work from home situation and the shorter Ramadan shifts and how targets are still being met despite all these shifts.
But in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 19 to 26 degrees Celsius. But before getting into all of the juicy news that we have for you today, I wanted to share somewhat of a personal story.
Yes, please.
I didn't want to share it with Lakshmi before the show because I wanted to get the honest reaction. So basically what happened was I was late to come to the office yesterday because I got into a little traffic accident.
Yes,
this one everyone knows. Essentially, I made a illegal U-turn.
Do not attempt these stunts.
Do not attempt it. Do not be like me.
Yes.
For some reason, I was trying to get to work faster, and I didn't think of the repercussions. I know. I got here later. I didn't think of the repercussions, so I ended up. So someone who was in the right of way accidentally also hit my car from from the left back side of my car. So this happened yesterday, and this was my first ever traffic accident. I've never gotten into an accident before where I was driving, so I was very shocked, but at the same time I was like, I made a mistake. I'm going to completely try to fix this mess and all that stuff. So got out of the car, spoke to the other driver, and I said, it's completely my fault. I'm so sorry. It had nothing to do with you. So I sat there and started to file the police report on the police app. And it went pretty smoothly. Sometimes it glitches, but it's fine. The process is very easy. You just have to get your license plate number, your also license number on your driver's license, and theirs as well. And then the police, once I finished all of that, I drove away to come to work, and the Dubai police called me, and I was like, ooh. I was like, I wonder what they're gonna ask. But they were just like, is everything okay? All that stuff, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, everything's fine. He's like, did the report came through, everything's fine. I was like, yeah, it's great. He's like, you're taking ownership? I was like, yes, I am. I'm at fault, and I'm very, very sorry. He's like, okay, thank you so much for your time. Have a good day. I was like, thank you. I will try. I did not have a good day. And let me tell you why. This is a lot of just me chatting. I feel like this is just my rant session now. But everything was fine. I paid a fine because when you get into an accident and you're the one at fault, you pay a fine.
Yes, that's how it works.
That's how it works. So I paid it. And then khalas, finished work, and I'm heading home. And I got into another traffic accident.
Oh, no, not again.
I swear. I don't think
Were you at fault this time?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
But I couldn't pick my jaw up off the floor. I was like, this is not happening again. I was so confused. I was like, there's no way. There's
what are the odds? 2 accidents in a day.
Never had an accident before. Has 2 in a single day.
I feel like you were manifesting it.
I was like, what the hell was that? I was like, I'm jinxed. It's just religious stuff. But this time I was in my it's a 2-way street with parallel parking on this side, parallel parking on this side. I'm going my way, and then someone who was parked in the parallel side just started moving when I was already approaching. Khalas, I'm already there. Got out of the car when I could compose myself, and I just started talking to the driver, and he tried to negotiate it. He was like, did you not see me? And I was like, no, I didn't see you. I'm expecting to just go my way, and he just bumped into me Thankfully, it was all fine after that. I just had to tell him, like, it was my right of way. You thought you left enough distance. You didn't. So I had to file another police report because it wasn't working on his phone, but I didn't take ownership for that one. So I don't think I got a fine for that. That would be weird.
You think?
I hadn't checked. I was like, yesterday was not my day. That was just horrible. The rest of the day, I went home, sat in bed, and I was like, nope, not moving. And today, I decided I'm not going to drive to work.
Is that why you chose not to drive?
That's why I didn't drive to work today. I was like, I am not taking this car out of the garage. I'm going to call the insurance company. Yesterday, they weren't answering. I'm going to call the insurance company. They're going to come deal with this because I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm not driving either. So I had my friend drop me off this morning because I was like, I can't do it anymore. That was too much in one day. But this kind of just goes to show that, like, you need to be very, very, very careful. The odds are not zero if you had already an accident that day.
Yes.
It's not zero.
Two in her case.
It's a 50-50 chance. But I also was very impressed that the accident report from Dubai Police came within 10 minutes of me filing it.
With this, yeah.
They are very quick, and it says it has all the details. It says, like, you have to put a picture of where the scratches are or whatever, and they can confirm where it is, all that stuff. Like, they are very, very good with that, and I felt very good about it. Well, not about the accident, that was terrible, but anyways, take public transportation if you're feeling maybe that you don't want to drive. Which brings us to our first story.
There are new updates on Etihad Rail. Very useful for you, probably.
Probably, yeah.
So we are all counting down days until we can finally say that we are all about the Etihad Rail. And without doubt, it has become one of the most anticipated launches of the year.
The Etihad Rail passenger train is officially set to connect 11 cities and towns across the country when it launches. And in the first phase, we're talking easy travel between Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, and Fujairah.
And now we've got the newest updates on what you can actually expect on board. So first up is the onboard Wi-Fi throughout the journey. So you can work, scroll, stream, reply to emails, all of it, just stay connected as you go.
Second, there are facilities such as power sockets at every single seat and luggage storage that will sort your weekend trips and long holidays across the Emirates. There are even long-term plans linking the project to Al Maktoum International Airport in the future, which could eventually mean smoother airport connections as well. And third, guaranteed seating. Every passenger gets a seat, and there'll even be family seating options so parents and kids can sit together, relax, and enjoy the ride.
Fourth, we've got a consistent and reliable timetable that you can count on, which, let's be honest, is what commuters care about the most. Being able to plan your day and actually get time back instead of losing it in the traffic. It's one of the major reasons why Etihad Rail had everyone all hyped up. So the timetable's all sort, it'll be on schedule, on dot. And also, lastly, you can say bye to the traffic and enjoy some of the best scenic views across UAE. We are talking desert towns, coastal communities to cultural centers. The view's going to be amazing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this.
Yes.
This will be such a game changer, especially if you're commuting between different Emirates and obviously different countries when it starts happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've always, I'm someone who's always gotten bored going from Dubai to Abu Dhabi or even to Sharjah as a matter of fact. It's like a long route and there's like nothing to see, particularly when you're in a car, and all I see are cars going past in the same slow speed around me when you enter Abu Dhabi, and I get really bored. So when I saw these views that you get to see from the train, I was quite excited. I was like, I'd take the train just for the views.
Oh my gosh, yes. Same. I've actually never been on a train ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Does Egypt not have them?
Egypt does have trains, but I've never traveled between like cities in a train. It's always been a car. Like I've never even taken like a plane to go to other cities in Egypt. I mean, you can, it's an option, but I've never done that. And a train actually sounds really nice. I've never been on one. It's gonna feel very much like Harry Potter. That's what I'm envisioning. Probably not exactly the same, but that's what I'm picturing.
Yes, it could be. And we've actually got a lot of comment section queries on the launch date. So we'll be launching this year, real soon. It seems like very, very close actually at this point. And as you know, the first phase of the network will be connecting 11 cities and areas. It'll expand more as we go. So initially there's going to be Al Daid, the University City stops around Sharjah. And around Abu Dhabi, you can find it around Al Dana, Al Faya, Al Sila, Madinat Zayed, Mohammed bin Zayed City, and more. And in Fujairah, there'll be Al Hilal. And in Dubai, we've got the Jumeirah Golf Estates, which is very connecting, like very near to the metro station as well. So it's like, I like the plan how it goes. Like we can just switch through all the public transports and we'll be there.
Exactly. Honestly, like I feel like this is going to be such a game changer when it rolls out, and it's going to be extremely efficient.
Yes.
And there's always been people that are mentioning like, oh, we wish the Dubai Metro would link until Sharjah and stuff like that. I think this is what we were missing. This is what we really wanted, and I feel like it's finally happening to some sort of degree. Obviously, it's not like the metro exactly, it's slightly different, but it's still very interesting.
It is.
And public transportation means you don't have to pay for parking, which is our next topic.
So parking charges across Dubai could be increased. There's a chance. So heads up, because there would be changes coming to the public parking fees in Dubai. Parkin, which is the largest paid public parking operator in the city, has announced that they have proposed a hike in the parking tariffs.
The proposal was formally submitted to the Roads and Transport Authority, the RTA, in mid-February, and if approved, it would increase the weighted average public parking tariff. And this comes after variable pricing was introduced last year, which already led to a 51% increase in the average hourly tariff compared to the same time last year.
So what's changing now is Parkin says that it's looking at adjustments to seasonal card structures and tariffs. And Parkin's claimed that this is to reduce what they call price arbitrage and better align with the variable pricing system. The proposal does preserve the existing discount frameworks for customers in order to promote, long-term fairness for them.
It's worth noting that nothing is final yet. The RTA first needs to review the proposal. After that, it would go to the Executive Council of Dubai for final approval. So for now, it's a proposal, but definitely something motorists want to keep an eye on. Definitely something I'll be keeping an eye on.
Definitely.
I
remember when the news was shared along in the group, I was sending out crying emojis.
Oh my God, I saw that yesterday.
Yeah, and Majid was mentioning, you're not even driving, why are you sad? I'm like, I'm empathetic, I can feel sad for this.
Lakshmi's an empath.
Yes.
Like, just because she won't necessarily be experiencing this anytime soon, I really hope you do get your license.
Yes.
Feel our pain sometimes. Obviously, there's a lot of benefits to driving and all that stuff. And of course, if you're driving, you want to sort of ensure that you're going to have parking spots. Definitely, I could say that I'm seeing more parking spots available when Parkin had taken over. But the price is just a little
I know.
It's a little much. It's a little much. For my taste, I don't know.
No, Reddit agrees too, actually. So I was going through these threads yesterday. I would actually like to vote for Reddit as a parliament, They've got
add
great
Redditors
space.
to parliament.
Yes, they've got, they ask people their concerns, they upvote the concerns, and then they find solutions, which is exactly how a parliament works. So they were having this discussion yesterday, and some of them mentioned how you can, convey your concerns to RTA, take it to them. They will definitely look into it. And like how you mentioned, they respond to you within minutes, and they take the feedbacks very seriously.
They really do.
So many of them were telling that they were like, we've previously mentioned our feedbacks, and they've always responded and looked into it. And there was one very funny comment, also very relatably sad. One person mentioned how he's seen a decline in his family outings. And they just chill at their home like a family because he doesn't want to go out and pay for fuel, pay for parking and sit in the traffic. He doesn't want to do any of those. So he just chooses to sit at home with his family and has a great family time at home. So
I get it. I get it. I have to say it's very strange, but I get it. I don't think these have ever stopped me from like going out or going to places, but definitely I'm like the prices are getting a little bit steep. Like I live in JVC and they're going to introduce parking tariffs. I don't know when, but the signs have already gone up. And so we can see the charges for them. And from like 6 p.m. onwards at night, it's going to be 6 dirhams an hour. I'm just thinking about when I park to go to Pilates. Pilates is already expensive, let alone adding more.
You can walk down.
Maybe I should start walking.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Extra workout.
I know, right? It's insane, but things happen. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about Ramadan shifts. So a local says targets are still being met despite shorter Ramadan working hours. After noticing something during Ramadan, this local professional is questioning the traditional 9 to 6, let's face it, it's 9 to 6, not 9 to 5, workday she took to LinkedIn, writing, "Every Ramadan, I notice something interesting. We officially work 5.5 hours a day, no breakfast breaks, no lunch breaks, no coffee runs, yet the work gets done. Targets are met, responsibilities are fulfilled."
She then raised what she called an honest question. If performance remains strong in focused hours, are longer working days always necessary, or are they simply traditional?
The Post argues that flexible work models don't reduce output, they redesign the structure. She added, maybe the real metric shouldn't be time spent, maybe it should be value created both at work and at home.
The conversation, it comes as the UAE continues to explore flexible models with shorter Ramadan shifts, already proving that productivity doesn't necessarily depend on longer hours.
So this is what she said on the Post, and I feel like a lot of people agreed with her, and a lot of people were praising her opinion, saying yes, 100%, because it's even implemented, sort of implemented in Sharjah, where they have a shorter work week, and Sharjah has reported that productivity has actually increased, so it is beneficial. But this gets us thinking: is 9 to 6 at this point just a traditional thing, or should we start rethinking it because maybe it's not working anymore? What is your take?
So I think we've discussed this before on the show as well. I am still all in for shorter working hours, simply because I feel like the work-life balance comes across more efficient, or it's more better when there are shorter working hours. Because for me, it's like when my 9 to 6 or 8 to 5, whichever it is, working hours is over, I am done for the day. I feel like the day is done. Now I go home and then I just sleep. I do whatever it is. I pick up on stuff. But for me, most part of my day is over there. So nowadays, though, I've seen the shift because once our work gets over 2 hours earlier, I reach home a lot earlier, and the kids are on my back. Like, not my kids, my sister's kids. They are on my back. We are playing around. We are going out for walks. We are doing this and that. There's a lot of things happening, and I find the balance really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's
the
really
balance
nice.
is good. Sometimes you need it. I mean, I definitely see it as well with the Ramadan shorter working hours. You can see that you just have more time during the day to do other things. Your life doesn't revolve around work 5 days a week. It's a little bit different. Do we think that shorter working hours increase efficiency, or just does it put pressure somewhere else? Now, I do want to preface that I love a shorter working hour, but sometimes it does put pressure on other places. Like, because, for example, in our like line of work, we have shifts. So we do have people that work the night shift, which is actually not like that late, but we have a night shift. And because of that, sometimes if for example, the morning shift doesn't work too hard, the night shift kind of carries the burden, let's say. But it's all about making sure that it's divided very equally. I try to take up as many tasks as I can so that the late shift person doesn't get overwhelmed with too many tasks, because at the end of the day, everyone's working like a little bit less like out time-wise, but the work kind of remains the same. But if you're in a line of work where you're able to finish your tasks, oh my God, please
Yes.
Implement it. This will be a game changer for people in the private sector because, I mean, even MOHRE, Ministry of Human Resources, they are urging, I actually have it open right here. They are encouraging the private sector to adopt work from home and a flexible work environment. You heard it here first, MOHRE. They said it. This was this was from their tweet circular from last night. So yeah, but I have to say just one thing on this topic as well. I've noticed, because obviously like I'm fasting right now with Ramadan and everything, there's a lot less time being spent making coffee, ordering food, eating, recovering from the food coma. Yes. This is just my personal take. Also, I don't go to the bathroom as much because yeah,
everything's gone down.
Yeah, so
and even when we are not, like, for me, even though I'm not fasting, for me, just going to get water seems like, illegal right now. I choose not to. So I'm sitting at my desk, I'm trying to complete my work, and I'm like, I finish this and then I'll go secretly grab water if I want to. But the breaks have reduced, yes. Yeah. And also, but I feel like our focus has become now on, getting the work done within the set time. Mm-hmm. So earlier we had these many hours and we'll be completing it by then.
You kind of have more... You're like, there's time to do other things, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, hopefully things change. We never really know. But speaking of Ramadan and all that stuff, Burj Khalifa residents fast a little longer than the rest of Dubai. We're going to tell you why. Residents living inside the Burj Khalifa are reportedly fasting slightly longer than the rest of the city, and it all comes down to physics. Is it physics? I don't know. Because the tower is so tall, the sun actually sets later the higher you are. So here's how it works.
Residents living between floors 81 to 150, they break their fast 2 minutes after Maghrib.
And residents living above floor 150 break their fast 3 minutes later. And here's why. It's all about the altitude. The sun remains visible for a little bit longer.
So technically, it hasn't fully dipped below the horizon yet for them, meaning Maghrib occurs slightly later the higher you go.
So yes, the higher your penthouse, the longer your fast is. Dubai really said luxury comes with extra minutes, doesn't it? This is one of those rich people problems.
Yeah.
I mean, you never would expect because, but on the flip side, yes, they do fast just a couple minutes longer, but doesn't that technically mean that they start their fast later as well? Because the sun hasn't, does it?
I mean, I don't know what difference extra minutes are going to make.
Honestly, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah. But it's just, it's good to know, I guess. If you're going to be dining at the Burj Khalifa anytime soon. And
you'll get it 2 minutes later.
Yeah, if you're going to be dining for iftar at any point, this is just something you should know. Because I guess...
the cannons might have gone down, but... upstairs, you're not going to break your fast yet.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait a couple more minutes because, it's just... But I wonder if the residents even know about this. Like, are there flyers in the elevator that are just telling you that? Or, like, I wonder if it's public knowledge or if this is just something that we know because it's just like an interesting fact.
I feel like Burj Khalifa residents might know about it already.
Yeah.
It's just we never bothered thinking about it that way. We're like, okay, if they're living up there, they're not going to.
Honestly, it's not something I thought about before. I mean, the view is incredible from up there. I remember having like a friend that lived there. But yeah, it's incredible. The view is insane, and you get to watch the sunset over the horizon.
Later.
Later. But I mean, a couple minutes, it doesn't really matter. It's completely fine. I don't think that technically means they start their fast later, but who knows? Yeah. I mean, start their fast later. Yeah, that's what I meant.
This is fasting brain in process.
Fasting brain is a true thing. This is why I'm not driving these days. I'm going to take a break.
No, why you're not driving is the initial concern.
Anyways. Thank you so much for joining us on Lovin Dubai Show today. We will see you tomorrow. Hopefully no more accidents for me. I'm going to stay off the road as much as I can because this was not fun for me, guys. But we will have more stories for you coming on Monday. We will see you then. Have a good day. Bye.